Hi folks, it's Madeline from Bumblemom. Thank you for watching yet another New Zealand made products video. This particular video is inspired by all of the cooking I had to do during lockdown. So for those of you not in New Zealand, we were all stuck at home for 5 weeks. No takeout, no restaurants, no food delivery. Every meal was cooked at home. And all that time in my kitchen made me realize that there were some improvements that I wanted to make my kitchen more fun and more user-friendly. So I started doing some research to see if there were some home edit-like options here in New Zealand. If you're not familiar with the Home Edit, they do the most amazing pantry organizations. They go a little crazy. They organize things by rainbow, by type. I mean, it's really an impressive setup that they have. But they also sell the most amazing organizational supplies, and I knew that it was going to be difficult and time-consuming to get their exact products here in New Zealand. So after much research, I finally came across a company called Simplify My Home, which I was very happy to discover are also inspired by the Home Edit, and they actually have very similar products that they sell here in New Zealand. I do have a moderately organized pantry, but the one big area that I looked at as my downfall was, of course, my spice organization. When we moved into this house, we realized there wasn't a good place to put a spice rack on the wall like I was used to in our house in Texas. So I kind of improvised with this drawer, and as you can see, it's just a mess. I've got all different types of jars. I've got things all over the place. I actually got new gaskets to make for these jars, and they never really fit well, so moisture would get into my spice jars. I didn't like it. I've been looking for really aesthetically pleasing, easy to use spice jars for a while, and I finally found it. And I placed my order during lockdown, and it's just taken me a while to get to this project. So here's what I got. All right, yay. So this is the small size, and you can see there is a bamboo top with a little gasket, and it just pops on, and I really like this wide top style because I can put measuring spoons directly in there, and it just makes it really easy to get the spices out. Now, fortunately, there's also a larger version. So for things that I just use occasionally, just need a little bit of, small. For things that I use all the time, say cinnamon, which I think I put in almost all of my baking, large ones. Simplify My Home will also provide labels if you are interested and you don't have your own label maker. I do have my own label maker, so I will be making my own labels and customizing them to the exact spices that I need. So let's unpack this box and see how everything looks. Well, we have run into a little problem. I opened my box, and while I ordered 2 sets of 20 spice jars, I have only received 1 set of 20 spice jars. So that's 10 big and 10 little, and I was supposed to have 20 big and 20 little. So I've emailed them, and we will see what the response is. It has been over 6 weeks since I last filmed anything for this, but I finally have all of my spice jars in. They're all washed and cleaned, and ironically, in Auckland, we are back in lockdown, which was the beginning of this whole project to begin with. So I have a little time on my hands this Sunday afternoon. I am finally going to tackle the spice jar project. This is the state of my spice storage as it is. So I've got a very odd smorgasbord of boxes, canisters that don't have gaskets that fit, jars, other random things, and we are finally going to make this look all pretty. So exciting. I am armed with my super label maker, and I'm going to be using 3/8 inch clear labels with black print. So I think that'll be small enough for the jars, but be clear enough to read. The new and improved spice drawer. It's all nicely organized, and I've got just a couple extra in case I pick up some more spices. So this is pretty exciting. New spice set up for a few days now, and the most exciting thing about these new spice jars are measuring spoons fit all the way in. So tonight I'm making some Thai coconut red curry, and I will link the recipe below so you can enjoy it too. Everything is now in the oven cooking for about the next hour. So if you like this type of content, please hit subscribe below, and I will see you soon. Bye.